and welcome back to another video. Today, it's definitely different for right now. I'm posting this on Monday when normally I would be doing videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but this is a special case kind of video. There's a giveaway going on at the BookTubeAthon channel. I'll link it down below. Ariel announced that there's a giveaway hosted by Penguin Platform. You can enter to win a box of books, and all you had to do was film your TBR for the BookTubeAthon and upload it to YouTube and post the link, the comments of that video. The only thing is you had to do it before the 12th, which is tomorrow. You had to do it 11:50. Like the last minute you could do it or post the link is 11:59 today. So tonight, 11:59 is the last minute. That's when it ends. So yeah, I have to do this today. Normally I would be doing this on Saturday because that's when I talk about my TBR for the week. But again, this week's gonna be a little off. The video I maybe would have planned for today would be for Saturday, and Saturday's video is today. Technically, the video I would have planned for tomorrow is for Saturday, and that's for today. It's a little weird. Alright, so, okay. Alright. The BookTubeAthon is, it goes on from the 18th to the 24th, so next week, Monday, I believe, to the 24th, which I can't think of. I think it might be Sunday. There's 7 challenges. There's always 7 challenges. And these challenges are definitely made me think of, like, what books am I really gonna choose for each challenge, because they aren't like the normal challenges that I, like pick a book in a series or pick a first in a series, or, like, they're not all like that. They're definitely different, which I'm okay with. It just definitely made me think of, like, what I had to pick. I'm gonna stop talking right now. I really should just stop talking. Alright, so the first challenge is to read a book with yellow on the cover. And I don't have many books with yellow on the cover that I have actually read. But I decided to go with The Curvy Tree by Chris Colfer, illustrated by Brandon Dorman. This is a tale from the Land of Story series, which the newest one, which I can't think of the name, of the Land of Story series, comes out tomorrow. So I thought this would be really nice to read this one, even though I don't know when I'm going to get to that. I know I definitely want to pick up the Land of Stories book tomorrow. Just don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I really want to read this one to go along with that, you know what I mean? And this one's been on my shelf for quite some time, as well as the other, like, little short tales that go along with it. We'll see. But even though I know, like, this is kind of like gold, I'm still picking it for yellow. Okay, so the second challenge is to read a book only after sunset. That one is kind of hard because, when I read a book and if I don't finish it at night, I definitely want to pick it up in the morning. So I had to choose a book that I would, like, finish right away. Like, I would finish, like, really quick. And I could have went with The Curvy Tree. I could have went with this one because this one would take, like, no time at all. It's, like, really short and there's, like, barely any text and there's all illustrations and everything. But I decided to go with Maid-sama Volume 5 by Hiro Fujiwara. I can't say that. I really love this manga series and I really wanted to continue on, so I figured what better time to do it than the BookTubeAthon. Like, this one should only take, like, barely any time because, again, it's all, like, illustrations, very little text, and I love this series. I don't know, I might go on with, like, because this bind-up has 6 as well as 5, but I'm not sure. For right now, I'm only planning on 5, but I wanted to pick, like, quick and easy books, to choose from, or, to read for this readathon because I have a very ambitious TBR. Alright, so the third is to read a book you discovered through BookTube. Now, this one I could choose any number of books. Like, a lot of these books are all like ones I've discovered through BookTube because I watch BookTube videos like crazy, and most of the time I'm writing down books that just sound really good and I want to get. This one is really old though. This one hasn't been talked about in a really long time, but I remember like when I had first started BookTube, like this is one of the books that I picked out, and I really actually wanted to get through this month anyway, so it's perfect. That is Incarnate by Jodi Meadows. I'm trying to read all of Jodi Meadows' works this month, as well as all of Cynthia Hand's, and if I had Brody Ashton's, I'd choose her too, just because I just picked up My Lady Jane and really loved it, so just reading all of their works, trying to this month. I don't think I'll get to any of Brody Ashton's because I don't have any of hers, and right now I'm not getting any of them yet, but I do own the Incarnate trilogy, and this one was talked about a lot on BookTube when it first came out, like when the trilogy had first like started coming out. I can't talk. So yeah, I just thought it'd be perfect. Just pick this one up. And again, like this one, it shouldn't be too hard to, the text is fairly big, so this one shouldn't be hard to get through. Okay, so read a book. The next one is to read a book by one of your favorite authors, which right away comes to mind Jennifer L. Armentrout. I love her. She's one of my absolute favorites. So I decided to go with Scorched by her, which is like the companion / sequel to Frigid, which I really loved. And all of her books are like really simple and easy to read as well, and they're not fairly big. This one's like 238, so this one shouldn't take me like any time, and I really love her writing and I love her books. So, and this is the only one that wasn't like the beginning of a series. Like, this is the only like, not standalone, but you know what I mean. I didn't want to start a series like this month because I have so many other series I've started, so this one was perfect. The next one is to read a book that is older than you. This one was like the hardest one because the only ones I have that are older than me are like classics, because all of these books are like young adult books that had just come out. I don't really have any books that came out before I was born. So yeah, this one was kind of hard. So I had to pick something that was like a classic, and I actually decided with the only classic that sounded not so bad, which was A Princess of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs. This is the first in the John Carter of Mars series. I really love these editions, and this also has yellow in it, so I could also use it for that. But I really loved the movie for this, and I decided to pick up the series. So this one shouldn't be so bad. I think this one might take me the longest. This one is 204 pages, so it's not long, but I still feel like this one could take me the longest since it's a classic-ish book. And this one, I believe, was published in 18-something. It's definitely older than me, I can tell you that. Even if it was published in like the early 1900s, it's definitely still older than me. Can't talk. Yeah, I mean, I've tried looking up, I actually haven't looked up the publication for this. I should have done the research, but I tried looking at the, in the book, but it only tells of when the actual edition was made. This one was made in 2011, and the other one I have, which is my Barnes & Noble Leatherbound, came out in 2015, I believe. So it doesn't say when the actual book was published, only when these certain editions were published, which sucks, because I would have loved to, I should have looked online to find out, but I didn't think about it until right now. So yeah. Alright, so the sixth challenge is to read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation. And I figured since I'm already reading the book, why not go along with John Carter to just, yeah. You guys know how much I love John Carter, or at least I just said how much I loved it, and I figured it'd be perfect. why not? I really love this movie so much. Even though not a lot of people really liked it, I enjoyed it, and I'm eager to see how the book is, so I'm choosing that one. So the 7th and final challenge is to read 7 books. This one's always the hardest for me because I can never get through 7 books in a week. I've tried. Now, I've chosen quite a few ones that shouldn't be as hard to read, but I've only chosen 5, so I need to pick 2 more books. And yeah, decided to go with Boundless by Cynthia Hand, which is the 3rd and final book in the Unearthly trilogy. Technically, I haven't picked up Hollowed yet. I think it's called Hollowed. But that is on the TBR for this week, and once I'm finished with that, I'm definitely going to want to go and pick up this one. The first one I read really quick. Like, once I had started reading it, I was just really loving it and just kept going. So I'm hoping that the rest of the trilogy is going to be just like that, and this shouldn't take that much time. And then the last one I picked is again something that I can read like in no time at all because I love this series, and that is Witness in Death by J.D. Robb. Again, I have Loyalty in Death for this week, so the next one, this is the 10th in the series. This one is next. So again, like, I tried to, think ahead. But also J.D. Robb / Nora Roberts, because that's who J.D. Robb is. She's just writing as J.D. Robb. Nora Roberts is one of my favorite authors. This series is one of my favorites, as well as many of her other works. So I could actually choose this one for my favorite authors as well, but just for the sake of having 7 books, decided not to, and to just, well, I decided to read this one as well, but to put this separate from that challenge. So yeah, that is my TBR. That's all I've got. It's still a really fairly ambitious TBR. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them. I did choose a couple that were very short and I'd be able to get through like right away. So I'm hoping that this TBR goes well. I can't talk. Okay, I'm going to stop this video now. I need to just stop talking. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Happy reading.